Hello, how are we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today we are sorting cards for grading purposes. We're going to continue on our trend of going through our traded sets. I said I was going to do a random set this time, but I've got my eyes locked on one in particular. I keep going over here, and now I know where it is. I can't fake myself into not accidentally getting it. So we're just going to do this one that you can't see. Why can't you see it? Because it's green. But it is the Score Hockey 1991 Rookie and Traded Set. So let's type that one in. Like as if you guys watch every video. Like I said in a previous video, I don't know. I don't feel like there's many good cards in these Score traded sets. There's like 2 rookies worth noting, and then the rest is just a quick go through. Those 2 rookies in this set, if there are 2, let's see, Brad March, Nicholas Lidstrom, Vladimir Kaminsky. Now, I am not a huge hockey fan, but I was a lot more into hockey back in 1990, so I know a lot of the non-Lightning name. They weren't even Lightning back then, but nowadays it's mostly just Lightning. I know, with a select 2 or 3 from the others. But I do know Nicholas Lidstrom from those Detroit Red Wings teams that were so amazing back then. Vladimir Konstantinov, I've heard of. I don't really know him, but when we get that, he's also on that Red Wings team, so that's probably why I've heard of him. But the other rookies, Valeri Kaminsky, Russ Romanich, Thomas Forsland. I know Forsland, but I don't know it's Tomas. I don't know if that's the guy that was big or if there was another Forsland. Pat McLeon, Ken Hammond, Penny Anderson. So really, it's the Lidstrom and the what was his name? Konstantinov. Those are the only 2 that I'm going to be pulling from the set. That doesn't mean that there won't be other people in the set worth noting. We'll see how that goes. There may be people that are traded, stars that were traded that I'll be like, oh, I know this guy and I like this guy. But we're really opening this. We're cutting it open and brand new. I've had it for 20 years plus. And we're opening this for the purpose of that card, that Nicholas Lidstrom card. Now, I do have a Nicholas Lidstrom rookie graded in a Beckett that I bought way back in the day. I mean, I bought at least 15, 20 years ago. But I bought it graded. I was buying Beckett graded cards because at the time that was kind of the cards to own. I wish it would go back to that because I think they're the best. I do think they're the best grading company. Between consistency and look and feel, they are the best grading company. If it's just look, it's next level grade. But we all go PSA because everyone goes PSA, and I hope that someday people will realize that they don't have the consistency that we're looking for and they're ugly. Let's move on to something else. That's my hope. But for now, I want another Lidstrom. I wouldn't mind a Lidstrom graded PSA. And let's see how good this one looks. The one I have is a Upper Deck Lidstrom. He's in his World Hockey Classic or something like that outfit. I suspect he'll be in his Red Wing outfit here. Doug Wilson, Brian Mullen, Kelly Kisko. Now, there's a lot of Sharks. I'm wondering if this is the first year of the San Jose Sharks because they were an expansion team around this time. Tony Hurak. I'm willing to bet that's what this is. These are all San Jose Sharks first year cards. I mean, most of them were on other teams and were selected in the expansion draft. Bob McGill, Craig Ludwig, Mikhail Targunov, Todd Elk, Randy Burridge, Tim Kerr, Randy Gillen, John Tonelli, Tom Curvers, Steve Duchney, Charlie Huddy, Adam Creighton, Brent Ashton, Rob Romage, Steve Casper, Scott Mellenby, Steve Leach, Scott Niedermeyer. Now that's not a rookie. That's if that was a rookie, let's take the second. This is not going to be a long video anyway, so let's check the time to check it out, because Scott Niedermeyer is definitely a name I remember. What number are we at? 27. Says it's not his rookie, but Scott Niedermeyer, 19. Let's go to 1990. See if he has any minor league. 1991. Upper Deck was in the 90-91. Was the only card. 1991. Arena draft picks. Classic draft picks. Classic. Yeah. I don't care what they say. This is a Scott Niedermeyer rookie. And that's kind of cool. Again, I don't think I'm going to grade this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this into look into it. I've got to see what kind of career Scott Niedermeyer had. He's on my radar, but I don't really know if he's a great or if he was a big name rookie that I heard of and chased, and then he turned out to be nothing. I don't know which is the right answer. So it's hockey. That's going to happen a lot, but he's worth looking into. Greg Pawlowski, Randy Hillier, Stephanie Riker, Brian McLeon, Mark Hashbenheit, Dave Bybich, Troy Murray, Ray Shepard, Glenn Featherstone, Brendan Shanahan, another one I've heard of. He was with the Devils. He has, okay, so this was just a trade. He got traded to the Blues. Dave Christian, Mike Bullard, Ryan Walter, Randy Wood, Vincent Redenew, Adam Graves. That must have been a trade from the Oilers. I was going to say, I know Adam Graves, and he definitely did not start a Ranger. Same with this, was a Blue, got traded to the Devils. I mean, at least this set, it makes it pretty clear. It shows the team he was on before and doesn't show his current team. It just says, they show him on the Devils, but then they show Oilers. So you know it was a trade. With Niedermeyer, there was no information whatsoever. It's clearly a rookie. Sylvain Cote, Dave Barr, Randy Gregg, Pavel Bure. Oh my goodness, that's my guy. That's getting graded. See, I don't care, they say. That is a rookie, and that is my guy. And that is probably a next level grade. Because, I mean, he had a decent career as a journeyman type guy. But he was not as awesome as I'd hoped. I was very happy when he got traded to the Rangers or signed with the Rangers. That one's going to next level grade. Jari Curry, Steve Thomas, Troy Crowder, Brad Jones, Randy McKay, Scott Thornton, Brian Marchment, Andrew Castles, Grant Furr, Vincent Damphaus, Rick Zambo, Glenn Anderson, Peter Ing, Tom Chorsky, Kirk Mueller, Dan Quinn, Murray Barron, Sergei Nemichov, Rod Brindamore, was a Blue, traded to the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm sitting here going 76ers, the Eagles. Ron Sutter, Luke Richardson, Nicholas Lidstrom. That's the guy. Now, I see this whole line of white on this side. Which leads me to believe I'm going to get a 9 back. I wish there was a way to clean that up. But that's going to PSA. Probably not in this. It has a chance, I guess, but probably not in this one. That's the one we're looking for, is the Nicholas Lidstrom. Peter Scarico, Steve Smith, Dave Manson, Kay Whitmore, Valerie Kaminsky, which is one of the rookies, but I don't really know. Russ Ramanikov, whatever. Brad May. Thomas Forsland, which again is one of those rookies. I almost feel like I should look into that. We're going to stick that into the look into it pile with the Scott Niedermayer, because I do remember the name. I hope he wasn't some kind of stud that I just never really learned about. Stu Barnes, Daryl Snyder, Jimmy Waite, Vladimir Ruzkatov, Dave Brown, Mark Messier. That's when he got traded to the from the Oilers to the Rangers. Neil Sheeny, Todd Krieger, Eric Lindros. That is a rookie as well. Not listed, but definitely got all those Team Canada cards his first year. A lot of Eric Lindros's. I think I'm going to click. I think I'm going to send that to PSA. That's going to be way down the list. But I got several Lindroses that I want to grade. So Nelson Emerson, Pat Falloon. That's a trade, right? That's a Pat Falloon rookie. The second player chosen in the 1991 entry draft. That's why I know the name. He was the number 2 overall pick. We're going to stick him with the Thomas Forsland, and we're going to see if he ever panned out. Do I know the name because of he was the second overall pick, or do I know the name because he ended up having a decent career? Dean Everson, Jeff Hackett, Rob Zettler, Perry Bezeran, Pat McLeon, Craig Coxey, Ken Hammond, Brian Lawton, Perry Anderson, Pat LaFontaine, was an Islander, now a Sabre, sorry. Pierre Turgeon was an Sabre, now an Islander. I bet they got traded for each other. Sabre to Islander, Islander to Sabre. Yep. Dave McElwain, Jet to Islander. Brent Sutter, Hewitt Krupp, Martin Lapointe, Darren Hatcher, Darren Shannon, Benoit Hogue, Vladimir Konstantinov, and we said we're going to pull it, but I don't know what we're going to do with him, so we're going to stick him in the look into it too. Andre Lomakin. So yeah, with hockey, that's going to be part of the situation. We are going to have to look into certain players. In this case, the people we're looking into are Vladimir Konstantinov, Pat Falloon, Thomas Forsland, and Scott Niedermayer. I know the names. I just don't know how big they got. Do they warrant getting PSA graded, or just getting stuck in the rookies, or do I just stick them in the team and say they didn't turn into anything? They're nobodies. The Pavel Bure is going to get next level graded. That's for me. And these two, the Nicholas Lidstrom will be high up in the grading. I guess I should say mid up in the grading. It will get in the next 2, whether it be this one or the next one, but I'm not sure it won't quite make this one. But this one probably won't make either of those. It'll be in their pile just to eventually get graded. So we'll see how that goes. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We got these. We're going to keep kicking them out. We got more traded sets to go, but next we're going to do another one of the... we're actually probably doing 2, because this box that I'm holding has 2 of the breaks that no one bought into, 2333 and 2334. So I will look into what those are, and we will do this whole blaster box of both things of what didn't get purchased in one of my previous breaks over a year ago. So we'll just sort them out and see what it is. I'll talk to you guys later.